back with meaning. Not just some words, our hearts and souls. We take what we got, twisted in our music. If it's coming to an end and I don't wanna let go. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh,
Thank you for that effort.
I am the light, I am the light, I am the light of this world. I am the light, I am the light, I am the light of this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light, you are the light of this world. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light of this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. Sing it. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. We are the light, we are the light, we are the light, we are the light of this world. We are the light, we are the light, we are the light of this world. Sing it loud. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. I am the light, I am the light, I am the light, I am the light in this world. I am the light, I am the light, I am the light of this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. Turn to somebody. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light in this world. You are the light, you are the light, you are the light in this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. One more time. I am the light, I am the light, I am the light of this world. Happy Sunday, everybody. On the piano.
Welcome. Welcome, everybody. So happy to see you all here today. My name is Andrea, and we have a guest speaker. Yay! So let me introduce to you Marcus Gilliland. What I know about Marcus is that he is at Vision Center. He is a graduate of the ministerial school, although not licensed yet. So he's got that little thing waiting. And he's also a former student at the Holmes Institute of Rev. Dr. Guy. So we are just delighted to listen and be inspired and teach us what you like. Would you like to add anything to your notability?
Much. I'm originally from Colorado. I've been in San Diego for about 12 years now. Moved there in October of 2012. Lived in Colorado all my life at that point. That is where I was introduced to Science of Mind, was in San Diego many years ago. at Universal Spirit Center, and that's what kind of started my trajectory up to this point. So happy to be here.
Well, we're happy to have you. So I want to say good morning to everybody, and good morning to the virtual world, and good morning to Lee.
Good morning.
Good morning. And to Jim. Good morning. And so I think we're good to go. We'll do our announcements at the end of service. We'll start and pray in and get on. Really great to see everybody. So love to start with a centering contemplation, a centering prayer, if you like. A little blessing for the service. What I know already is the service is already blessed. Yeah. Because it is you and I here and all of us here that show up and are the blessing. And how good that is. So as you relax in your seat, as you settle your mind and hands and back and body into the seat, as you just let yourself go into that quiet place within your heart, I would offer a breath, your breath. The breath that flows and goes, that moves through our being and grounds us and centers us and does all those things that we do to assist our mind, to open up our consciousness, and to be right here, right now. So, dear Father, Mother God, how grateful I am for this service, to be here with a loving, kind, spiritual community of the Hilltop Spiritual Center, to be amongst my friends and colleagues and new people and whoever is out there listening at this time. How grateful I am. So here and now, here and now, here and now, here and now, into this moment, I can breathe in, I am the light. I am the light of this world. I can breathe that in. And you can know with me that you are the light. You are the light. You are the light of this world. And we are. Imagine that everywhere, in all parts of the globe, in your seat, in your heart. Share it now with somebody you love, somebody you long for, somebody you want to give a gift to. We are the light. We are the light. We are the light of this world. What a blessing it is to take these moments in a conscious awareness, to awaken our heart, and to move into that space of loving kindness. How grateful I am to hear the words and the teachings and the consciousness coming forth through Marcus Gilliland, and to be excited with you as we listen to music and often want to get up and dance, and our heart soars even more. So to all of this, that it is a blessing, to being here, right now, in this moment, we are that blessing. I am so grateful. And I call it forth into being, knowing that it is so, and so it is. So moving over here to read the reading for you, and it goes like this. The beauty of the trees, the softness of the air, the fragrance of the grass speaks to me. The summit of the mountain, the thunder of the sky speaks to me. The faintness of the stars, the trail of the sun, the strength of the fire, and the life that never goes away. They speak to me, and my heart soars. And that's by Chief Dan George. So we move into a 3-minute contemplation with the sound of the bell. It'll invite us into that place, and it'll invite us out. And we take this moment to softly open up our eyes and come back together.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. Gone on the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Yes, I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is a rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue skies. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all the obstacles in my way. Gone on the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Sing with me. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. A little louder. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Yeah. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Thank you. Thanks, Jim. Please welcome our guest speaker. It's Marcus Gilliland. Put your hands together. Thanks for being here.
There we go. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. So wonderful to be here. Thank you for being so welcoming to me this morning. It's nice to be at a different center. A little bit more about me. Many years ago, back in the 90s, I would come with my former partner to San Diego for vacation and fell in love with San Diego and wanted to move there, and was welcomed with quite a shock once I got past the highway and saw the rest of the city and what the apartments looked like and what it was like to live there. But I love exploring more of Southern California, and it's wonderful to be here this morning. I'm also loving the theme that Hilltop is exploring this month with planting the seeds of intention, what to sow and what to throw. It's very applicable to where I am right now on my trajectory towards ministry. I think back, it's been probably about 10 years now since I started the whole journey, if I go from foundations all the way up to these last two classes that I'm going to be taking. So it's quite a journey, and I've set many intentions along that path, and so this is one of those intentions that was planted, and it's taken about 10 years to germinate and to gestate. So we'll see what new intentions come up as I reach the end there. So please know with me successful completion of those 2 classes, successful completion of my capstones, and as I sit in front of the panel, and meet those ministers that are going to say yay or nay. So we're going to get a yay, right? Yeah. All right. And I also I've been a gardener, I'll say probably for at least 30 years now. I've never been one of those persons that plants seeds, so gardening from seed and watching it grow from there. I'm kind of like go to the Home Depot and buy the pot and put it in the ground. But the nurturing and the taking care of a garden and all the process that goes into that, I think is fairly similar. My partner's a little bit better at putting seeds in the soil and watching it grow from there. I think of a friend that dumped out one of his compost piles and had this wonderful wild garden where all the gourds and pumpkins showed up and all of the other things that were just all of a part of that massive pile. And sometimes my my planting of seeds and intentions is like that. It's just one big dump, and then we see what comes up. Nevertheless, we take care of it and love it and nurture it along the way. I also like the thought that gardens are never finished. Our lives are never finished. Our process is never finished. I've been one of those destination people. Once I get there, once I get to that point, then it'll be done. It's never happened. That's never happened in my life. And once you get there, that's when we have the opportunity to plant again, to come up with better intention. Well, not better intentions, but new intentions. Something else to nurture further along and keep going. I also never understood the concept of mental equivalence better than when I was taught that the seed has everything within it that it needs to come to fruition. So the seed that I planted out at ministry all of those years ago, when I heard the calling, it had everything that it needed to get me right here today to talk to you. And I'm still growing. That seed is still growing. It's still producing. So as we think about intentions and seeds, we just realize that everything that we have, it's like the teaching symbol, that first part, everything is happening. When we're creating that intention, is happening up in that upper part of the teaching symbol. For us to plant it in that middle part, that medium, that takes it and says, oh yeah, I got all that. You need anything else? Because I got all that. And then it, immediately begins to sprout and bring about that intention. And what to grow and what to throw. What to throw. I think about that quite a bit. I'm a collector of things. I love books, especially going through, all of these 10 years of classes and books and books and books and books. I've got a desk that's full of books and bookshelves that are full of books and books in the bathroom and books in the bedroom. And, at some point, I'm going to have to give them to the library at the church or start handing them out or, figure out which ones of these are the ones that I want to keep and which ones are these that I want to throw. Because we're never separated from the one mind. So when we are, when we're exploring, when we are learning, when we're moving forward and we're setting these intentions, we're in that place of freedom so that we can continue to figure out what are these things that we want to keep and what are these things that we want to get rid of. I think of moving from necessity towards calling. What am I keeping and what am I throwing away? Throughout this process, as I've moved towards making a career out of ministry, I've been in a job of necessity, something that pays the bills. And possibly these things are going to work in communion with each other, having a job that pays the bills while I develop something else. There's always these parts of our gardens, these intentions that we plant that work with each other. Because we're always on this pathway of learning. We're always on a pathway of learning. I don't think that we ever stop learning. If we do stop learning, I think that's the end, So it's wonderful to have seeds to plant, something to tend to, and to realize that they're growing and that we can continue along that pathway. When I think of intentions, I can't help but think of the phrase, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. We've always heard of that. That's actually a shortened phrase of the full idiom or phrase is the road to hell is paved with good intentions, but the road to heaven is paved with good actions. And I wondered, well, where did this come from? And as far as I could tell, it came from an abbot Bernard de Clairvaux from the 12th century, and I'm not going to speak French and hurt anyone's ears, but he said, hell is full of good wishes and desires. Kind of like my garage. But what this really means is something that it's all well and good to have intentions, but unless you do something, then nothing's going to happen. And like a garage or a desk that's full of stacks of papers, or a kitchen that's, got a dirty counter, unless we move forward and clean up and move things, then we're in that state of agitation, of the something needs to be done. And when we do something, when we do move that energy, and when we move along with it, then we do get to see what that heavenly state is, what that heavenly state feels like. And as Ernest Holmes reminds us, heaven and hell are states of consciousness anyway. So I'm not really talking about, a road to hell or a road to heaven, but it's a feeling, a sensation within us. Are we supporting something that is agonizing, or are we supporting something that is fulfilling and thrilling? Last week, Reverend Guy talked about some of the members of the congregation pulling out their phones and looking up the quotes that he talks about. And I can completely relate to that after taking classes with him, and some of you, if you've taken classes with him, the brilliant mind of that man, where he just pulls these quotes out of the air, and they are applicable, and you go, where did he get that from? And so when I was thinking about this talk, and what would my topic be for this talk, I just kept going back to something that he said the first week of this month. He talked about a profound metaphysical concept, is what he said, that there should be wisdom to conceive, strength to support, and beauty to adorn all great and important undertakings. And this quote comes from Albert Pike, who was an early 19th century poet and author. And I thought that that was a perfect way to explore the setting of intentions, that there should be wisdom to conceive, strength to support, and beauty to adorn all great and important undertakings. So first, looking at wisdom to conceive. I would say that when reflecting on those intentions that have brought about a successful experience, there was likely an inspiration based in some kind of conscious contemplation. And we think about these things a lot, when we're setting forth the intention to accomplish something, whether large or small, we've been thinking about it. And if we're spending the time in wisdom, if we're spending time with that quality of God that is of the highest mind, then those intentions that we plant will then bring forth something that is related to that high consciousness. I love the Message translation of the Bible. I don't know if any of you are familiar with it, but it's quite irreverent and fantastic to me. And in Proverbs 4, there's a young man sitting at his father's knee, and he's expounding about the feminine quality of wisdom, Sophia, and he says, above and before all, do this, get wisdom. Write this at the top of your list, get understanding. Throw your arms around her. Believe me, you won't regret it. Never let her go, and she'll make your life glorious. She'll garland your life with grace. She'll festoon your days with beauty. I love that. Festoon your days with beauty. So spending time with that quality of God is wisdom, discernment, thinking about, before I plant this seed, before I let it go, where is it coming from? Is this really something that I want to manifest in my life? And if not, that's okay. We can think about it some more. We can journal. We can talk about it. We can talk to a practitioner. We can spend time in meditation. Whatever it is that we do to get to that point before we plant the seed, we can be with it and live with it and say, oh, okay, yeah, now I'm ready. Okay, now I can plant it. Here we go. Because the wisdom is a quality of God that is within each one of us. We're born with it. It's not something that we buy at the store. It's not something that we get from a teacher. We can develop the experience of it with a teacher or by going to gatherings or whatever it is that brings that about within us, but it's born within us. All of those qualities of God we're born with. And we get to develop them and love them and nurture them and have a relationship with them and begin to express outwardly what they are from within us. if our gardens are going to produce beneficial fruit, then we want to take time and figure out, is this something that I want to plant? I do like the thought of dumping out the compost and getting some wild and random garden, but if I'm just going to the store and buying random packets of seeds and just casting them into a plot of land, some of them might need different light or different watering or different types of soil. And so this discernment and spending time with what we are intending to plant into the soil is a worthwhile adventure. And also, we are planting seeds of intention. It's an active thing. We're not intending to plant something someday. We're actually participating in the activity of creation. We're co-creating with the Spirit as we move forward and say, oh, here's what I want, this is what I'm going to do, and then I let it go into the law, knowing that it's going to produce a result for me. And then strength and support. So we have wisdom to conceive and strength to support. As much as I like to think that I manage all of this whole process, my whole life, that it's all me and I'm taking care of it all by myself, it's just not true. I've had support. I've had support of the Spirit within me. I've had support of community. Because I know I'm not alone. There's the one life, the strength of God that's at the core of my being. And I affirm this for myself and for everyone else, knowing that we are never separated from this one life. And my intentions are supported by the source of all things, responds to me. All of the time it's responding to me. Everything that I'm doing, every time that I'm thinking, that arc of my life has that relationship with Spirit that is saying to me, yes, okay, yes, here we go, let's go. What do you want? What do you need? I got more of that for you. And you think of some of those plants that require support or do well better with support, like peas or tomatoes. You know, they do just fine laying on the ground, but you'll get a better harvest if they are on that trellis of that support. And so the accomplishment of goals, the realizing of intentions, comes in part through Spirit expressing as community. That's the support that I get. Or the incarnation of Spirit as community. So community is the one life expressed in multiplicity. Often here there's one thing going on. There's one person in the room. But Spirit is not limited by one expression. One Spirit expressed in a multitude of ways. I think of the songs, the Psalm 121, I look up to the mountains, from whence cometh my help. Does my help come from the mountains? No, it comes from God, the creator of the heavens and the earth and the mountains. I look to the community. Does my help come from the community? Sort of. It comes from the Spirit expressing through community, in, through, and as each one of the people that are in my life. And we are in communion with each other as we support each other in the realization of our intentions. That's the constructive use of the law. As Ernest Holmes says, through our own individualized subjective mind, we contact the law of the universe and make use of the mind of God. Our conscious mind is limited, but the subjective part of us, being universal, is without limit. The limitless medium we may use for whatsoever purpose we will. And I would encourage all of us to be on the side of constructive use of the law. And will say yes to us no matter what we do, whether we want to keep ourselves limited. They'll say, okay, you can stay limited as you want. If you want to expand, you want to grow, you want to dream and fulfill those dreams, we've got that too. I've got your back. And then beauty to adorn, wisdom, strength, and beauty. Consciousness, consciousness, consciousness. I was just talking to Paul this morning about Jacob Glass, and that's one of the things that I went to one of his talks, and consciousness, consciousness, consciousness. It's always focusing on where our consciousness lies. It's okay to drift, but always to come back to that realization that our consciousness is creating those seeds of intentions that we're planting in that infinite medium. Every moment is an opportunity to return to the center of our being and again reaffirm that truth of spirit. I love the Navajo saying that Reverend Guy has placed as a part of this month's topic. The beauty before me, behind me, to the right and to the left of me, beauty above me and below me. I am on the pollen path. I love that. What is the pollen path? You know, pollen is carried by spirit to its destination, to where it comes to that point where it then germinates and then grows and flows. I am on that same type of path, being carried by spirit. We all are. And the more we allow ourselves to be carried aloft in faith, knowing that it's carrying us to that destination where we will grow and express in spirit, I think is a wonderful thing. God never forces us to do so, but will always be with us and provide us opportunities to say yes to Spirit, as Spirit says yes to us in that communion, in that cycle of growth and love. Joel Goldsmith, in his collected essays, says, health, harmony, wholeness are the direct result of consciousness. They are not dependent on mental manipulation, but on our consciousness of the harmony, peace, and freedom of all of God's universe. As we perceive that the principle of life can express itself only harmoniously, completely, and impartially, it is also the same way with us, and we bring it into our human experience. We adorn our intentions with beauty. Before we plant that seed, I think of decorating the seed with gold and jewels before I put it in the ground. That opulent beauty, this is what I want to experience before it even goes out. I adorn it with beauty before it goes into the soil. I know the perfect completion of it. I feel what it feels like to be in the realm of answered prayer all around me. We celebrate during the time it takes for the germination to take place. We dance during the harvest. We share in the bounty. We purposefully point out to ourselves the beauty of it all. And we discard anything that is unlike the beauty before we plant it. Knowing that nothing is lost in God. All those things that we cast out goes back into that medium of a potentiality. And whatever needs to come back to us will come back to us. When we say, oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, let me form that and plant that. So, my challenge to each one of you and to myself is to remember that heaven and hell are states of consciousness, that the planting of intentions is an activity, not just merely a possibility, and that this worthwhile endeavor of creating the kind of life that we want to live is full of wisdom, strength, and opulent beauty, now and always. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Marcus. Wonderful. All right, let's absorb those words of wisdom with singing together. We let love wash over us. We let it be. We let love wash over us. We let it be. We let peace. We let peace wash over us. We let it be. We let light. We let light wash over us. We let it be. 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 Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. We let light wash over us. We let it be. We let life wash over us. We let it be. One more chorus here. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. You're beautiful.
So thank you so much for that beautiful song. Woo-hoo, and for Jim to accompany us, Lee all the time. And for Marcus, thank you so much. Right? So good. I am inspired. I feel like words of wisdom. I love being reminded of truths of spirit that are innate within us. You know, we just so valuable every day, every moment, just whisper in my ear and remind me in the middle of the day or frantic on the computer or whatever is going on, that we are not alone, that we plant seeds and we adorn them. What a beautiful visualization. Yeah, so thank you so much for that. And it did remind me of this time of conscious giving, because that love is within us, right? That gift of giving that we want to give to the sister, to the brother, to the animals, to the plants, to all of life, it's within us. We nurture that and we feel so much better. We give a gift to somebody, we give a gift to ourselves, and we're like, that felt so good. It's the gift of giving. And so that's what we do right here and now in this moment. You take out your check, put the cash in the bowl, do it online, because the gift that is here is ever growing and expanding, and it's open at the top. And I don't know what's coming forth, do you? You know, but whatever it is, we give with our heart and we know it's good, because it's coming forth in that good way. It's how we nurture the love. So I am grateful that you give. We are grateful that you give. We are delighted that you are here and you offer your heart in this way of the gift. So thank you for giving. Perfect. So we would like to go over some of our announcements now. So Rev Guy is doing, there it is, that new member class. So you see it right there. Write it down, new members. So he will do some kind of ceremony for anyone who has been like, I've never been a member. How do I become a member, you know? And so he will expand on whatever he chooses to expand on during those 2 days. And there is a sign-up sheet out there. And so, you know, when you do sign up, we do need the email and blah, 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 so you can get the link. So that's the new member class. And then we have an event. We have Magdalena and her Lotus Throne Foundation doing a fundraiser, and it's coming up. So Magdalena, would you like to share? Yeah, come on up.
Good morning, everyone. Yeah, next Saturday is a big day, the 21st, from 3 to 6 p.m. here at the Hilltop. We're so excited to have it in person, but also live streamed. This is Suicide and Recovery Awareness Month, and myself and my husband are healing practitioners locally, and we work with grief recovery with people who've lost people to suicide and addiction. And we started getting calls from people who were in sober houses and who had just lost their sister to suicide, and they just couldn't afford our services. So we decided we're going to start a nonprofit, and we're going to have scholarships raised for these people to get the right healing. Because if you have ever lost someone in that kind of tragic way, it does a lot to your body, your mind, and your spirit. I know because I lost 12 friends to suicide, and it pretty much destroyed my life, and I didn't want to live anymore after that as well. So once I got the right healing, my life forever changed, and I found my calling, which is to start this foundation. So I just want to quickly share the mission is to break the generational cycles of addiction and suicide, be the change we want to see in the world by opening people's hearts and minds to these topics, by giving hope and healing. And then the vision is to serve 100 clients in 2025 who have been impacted by grief or loss of a loved one to suicide or addiction-related death. So to give them support, love, and the deepest healing possible with scholarships to our services, but also the services of our mental, physical, spiritual, and emotional health practitioners, such as Amy Aaron. She's going to be speaking at the event as well and sharing her story, and Carol Hodges, and it's going to be powerful. So please come. We'll have a sound healing. We'll have a lot of vendors from all different walks of life to support this, as well as silent auction. So thank you.
So, thank you. And as a reminder, so that's September 21st from 3 to 6. And she has flyers. So there we go. And then we have the usual, the weekly meditation with Paul at 12:30, and the well-being in the Tao with Jim at 9 a.m. on Sundays, and more to come. So as we close the service, I offer it back to Marcus for a benediction.
So just gathering together here, we know that there is one life, one power, one overarching love that fills and knows and expresses as each one of us. And that we can never be separated from this life, from this one love, that it does express through us as the wisdom, as the strength and the beauty of it all, day by day, moment by moment, minute by minute. And so I know as that we leave this place, that road before us is made straight by that power and that presence that was always welcoming us and ready to show us the gifts that it has in store for us from those seeds of these intentions that we've had planted. So I know that as we go forth, we are cared for, we are loved, we are guarded and guided. And just know that this is the truth with me, as we say. And so it is. Amen.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. No religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Happy Sunday, everyone. Much love. Thanks, Jim. And thanks once again, Marcus. Appreciate you. Make it work? Yeah. Good. Try to be. Try to. Definitely not. Yeah. As long as the Bible sounds like I mean it.